Afro hair. It is beautiful, it is bold. The actual Wikipedia definition of Afro or kinky textured hair is the hair that stems from the populations of Africa and Southeast Asia, where each strand of this hair grows in a tiny angle-like helix shape, contrasting with straight hair. But many people don't know the full history behind it and how it evolved, and that's what we'll be exploring in this documentary. This type of hair is different, as it's coiled and has a unique, softer texture. It is thought that this is because of the links to a hot climate and evolution. The density of the hair helps protect the scalp from the sun, but also makes the hair require less water maintenance, which is helpful when living in hotter continents, such as Africa. Hairstyles played a huge role in identifying social status in African tribes. It was a part of their culture and tradition. But not too long ago, Afro or textured hair wasn't something to be proud of. It was deemed as dirty and unkept. In the 15th century, the slave trade began, where Europeans kidnapped innocent Africans of all social statuses and enslaved them. They lost the control of their lifestyle, hair choice, and more importantly, their dignity. Traditions began to disappear, and Black people lost connection to their identity and roots. The slave owners pushed their definition of beauty, which was fair skin, thin facial features, and straight hair. This still contributes to colorism, texturism, and featureism. From there, the message was pushed that the curlier your hair was, the less attractive you were, and the less you were worth. This was the beginning of hair discrimination. Shortly after, the Tignon law was enforced. This law stated that Black women had to cover their hair with a Tignon headscarf to avoid gaining any negative attention from white people. There were even zoos at the time portraying Black people as apes due to their thicker hair and darker complexion. Later on in time, these views and morals were still pushed, but more subtly, with the invention of the hair relaxer, a cream that semi-permanently straightened hair by altering the hair's natural curl pattern. With the invention of the hair straightener in the early 1900s, Black people wearing their hair straight became normalized. It actually sadly helped them, as they were now more accepted socially by white people. By the 60s, the civil rights movement emerged. Black people came together to form groups like the Black Panther Party to fight against brutality and discrimination. People of color became woke and started tracing back their identity and roots after decades of lies and oppression. They decided to break these unwritten rules by embracing their natural state, and therefore, their natural hair. So, the Afro came about. It was a symbol of rebellion, pride, and empowerment. At a similar time, Rastafarianism came from Haile Selassie. This movement and religion believed that all people of African diaspora should eventually return back to their homelands, which is Africa. Therefore, they created their own traditions, like dreadlocks.
How important are the dreadlocks?
This
Is that
is
part
my
of being around
identity,
still?
man. Yeah, this is my identity.
Nowadays, Black people globally can appreciate their hair and style it any way that they choose. I believe that society is gradually becoming more open-minded and appreciative of natural Afro hair. Even other cultures imitate it, which could be considered as cultural appreciation in its own unique way. So, I hope you've learned something new about Afro hair. This has been Hair-A-Tage.